already if you have an opening?
Yeah, look, just really thankful that we got away with that one. I mean, we just didn't play very well. We didn't play very smart tonight. We just didn't execute well. We didn't push the ball like we normally do. But we still won the game, and that's the most important thing. We won the game. We won the game not playing our best basketball, and sometimes that's how it happens. Sometimes you play great basketball and you don't win, and so we'll take the win and hopefully learn from it and get ready to play on Sunday.
Questions, Rod?
That final second, there was more happened than you would expect in a second.
Unreal. Unreal.
What were you looking for your team? First of all, naturally you wanted them to make the foul shot, but what were you looking for when you were taking the ball inbounds?
Yeah, trying to get something to the basket. We had some curls happening and trying to get it to the basket instead of having to throw it back because didn't want them taken off, but not very good execution. And then we had a timeout left, and we just waited too long to try to call it, yeah.
And, of course, I guess the last thing you didn't want was for it to hold on to the ball, at least throw it off somebody inbounds or –
Yeah, I mean, look, I'll take full responsibility for that. I should have called the timeout and not, so that's my fault. I'll take, but it's all of a sudden the play was done, and it's like, oh my God, I thought we'd get the ball in, and so, but I take full responsibility. That was my fault.
SMU seemed like they were really scrappy on defense. They were closing y'all out really well. Just even though they weren't necessarily like oversizing, y'all had the speed to close out in a lot of different spots. Can you just talk about what you saw on that front?
Yeah, I think that SMU came in here and played their basketball, and we just kind of we played at their pace. We didn't dictate anything at all, which is that's disappointing. But that's how the game fell out, and we tried to get it back. We tried to get try to get back at it and play at our pace, but it didn't come around. It didn't materialize. But I'm proud of how we had to really do some things at the end of that game. Kara Dunn hit 4 free throws. Zoe hit those 2 free throws. I mean, those are big, Tony. I mean, it's like you got to do that. You got to do those things. So for that, I'm really happy for them that worked out that way.
Seemed like they were kind of, using screens a lot in the first 3 quarters, and you went to the zone defense. Is that kind of why you went to the zone, and kind of how'd that help y'all get some energy defensively in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, it definitely helped us for sure, but we couldn't rebound out of it. That was the bad part about it. We gave up a lot of offensive rebounds, but we don't really work on zone. We throw it out there, and it tends that tonight it helped us, but. And then we kind of mixed it up there at the end, but yeah, we had to go to it because there were some things that we couldn't guard.
Talking about those offensive rebounds, it seemed like they wanted at some point in the game they wanted the ball more.
No question. Yeah, no question. I don't have an answer for that one. But that's what happened. One team, plays like that. They're fighting to get that win, and they, they didn't get the win, though.
And I remember last year when we were talking about Russ, how she would have games where she'd be super hot and then super cold. You got to kind of shoot out of it. Is Danny kind of in a similar spot right now where she's just got to shoot out of it kind of thing to get her groove back?
Well, you think that's what has to happen, so hopefully that does happen at some point in time. I mean, she had some really good looks tonight and some good opportunities to do that, but, for whatever reason, they're just not falling for her right now. And Danny's an excellent shooter, an excellent player. So, I have to believe that she's going to come out of it.
I guess, like you said, obviously wasn't the prettiest win, but just how does this kind of help you for games later in the season? Obviously, not going to have your best every game, but to find a way to win. How much does this help you kind of down the stretch?
I don't know how a game like this helps us for later in the season. I just want to move past it and move on to the next one. And get on the floor as quick as we can to get, to hopefully have a better outing. But again, I say that, and we won the game. But you just want to be, at this point in time in the season, you want to be, escalating. And tonight we didn't escalate. And that was, that part is disappointing, but we won the game. So sometimes you win when the game's not playing your best basketball. So I'll take it.
It seems like each game you find somebody off the bench that gives you the lift that you need at certain times in the game.
Yeah.
it happened again tonight. She had 9 points, I believe, Thompson.
Yeah, Tiana Thompson, 9
Yeah.
points, 3 boards. Yeah, she came in and really brought some really good energy to us. I'm really happy for her, proud of her.
Anything else?
Thanks, y'all.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.